All right, in the last video, we talked about what expressions are. We had an introduction to them. It looked something like this, where you had like three terms and there are different pieces and different names. We had some practice on that. Sometimes we'll be asked to translate expressions. Translate usually means, in general senses, just usually means go from one form to another. Like if you're translating languages from, say, Spanish to English, you go from one form to another. This is true here as well. You're going to go from words. We're going to translate from words to expressions. And by expressions, I'm talking about, in this case, math expressions, mathematical expressions. All right, to help us do that, we'll see certain words that are like the obvious words like plus, which implies like addition, minus, all the basic ones, right? I'm not going to list them all, but all the basic ones, right? But then you'll see things like sum, which we know means it involves addition, but I want to make sure we are clear that that is the answer to an addition. And when we started talking about order of operations, we talked about how important parentheses were. What that means to me, whenever I see the word sum, that means I immediately put it in parentheses and put a plus, because it's the answer, the total result, right? And we'll do an example or two, and maybe in the next video if we get a chance here. The next one is difference. That's another one. But again, it involves subtraction, but it's the answer to a subtraction problem. And again, the moment I see the word difference, I immediately do that, and I just plug in the numbers as they come. Quotient. And that's the answer to a division. I also do this. And then the product. Those are the keywords for that, right? That is the answer to a multiplication problem. And I still do this, right? Sometimes I put the dot, sometimes I don't. But it's these things right here, the total things, that help me translate things a little bit more. And then from there, it's just like kind of depends on what's being said. So what if, for example, I said, find the product of 3 and a number. Well, product, that means this. 3 and some number. If we don't know the number, remember, we use a variable to represent the number. You can write that more succinctly as just 3x. If I said the sum of 5 and a number, for example, I see the sum of 5 and a number. If I had the difference of, 5 and a number, I again do this, and it goes, the order matters. I need the difference of 5 and a number. It kind of lists it in order. I need to do that. The x doesn't always come first. All right, and these can get more complicated, and the way that we get into it is by doing more interesting examples. What if I asked you to do 5 more than 2 times a number? Well, we know we're going to have 5 more than something. 2 times a number. 2 times some number x. That's my expression. What about 3 times the difference between a number and 2? 3 times the difference. I heard the word difference. I immediately do this, and it's going to be 3 times that. Now, what is it? What's the difference? It's between a number and 2. And so when we translate from words to expressions, it helps to really pay attention to what it says and use some keywords. We obviously can't cover every single option, every single possibility in the 5-minute video, but hopefully this is like the beginnings of it, and we'll get more practice in class. All right, this is all about translating expressions.